When they asked me if I'd be willing to talk about NRCS programs, and I saw I had 10 minutes on the agenda, I can't even get through all the acronyms. NRCS, Natural Resources Conservation Service, is an agency with the United States Department of Agriculture. I'm located here locally in Mount Vernon, so for all of you that are not from Knox County, I want to welcome you to the county, and I would be remiss if I did not mention that next Saturday, October 2nd and 3rd, will be our Heart of Ohio Come Drive It Yourself tour, and it certainly incorporates the theme of local food, because there will be several stops on that tour where you'll be able to see where some of your local food is produced, and the Brown, the Trudell's back here on that tour, so encourage you to talk to them what they might have on their stop on the tour. Again, that'll be next Saturday and Sunday, October 2nd and 3rd, so encourage you to drive that tour if you have the opportunity. USDA has an initiative, and it's called Know Your Farmer, Know Your Food. And if you would go to just a Google search, do a Google search on your computer, Know Your Farmer, Know Your Food, it'll bring up the website for that. That website is really a clearinghouse of all kinds of information that has to do with locally grown food. A lot of information, of resources on there, funding information, lots of resources on that website. So I would encourage you to go to that website and take a look. It was mentioned earlier, I think Dr. Sachs mentioned the OSU Extension Office. Troy Cooper could not be here today, or he may be coming in here in a little bit, but I can't emphasize enough the resources that we have here. We're fortunate in Knox County to have a well-funded or a well-staffed extension office. I know several counties are really struggling with funding to, in some cases, even to maintain an extension office, an OSU extension office in their county. But we are very fortunate here to have great resources. Troy is a great resource. If you do not know Troy, anything horticulture related, he can tell you about it. So I wanted to get a plug in for Troy at the extension office. Our agency, the NRCS, works out of the local Knox Soil and Water Conservation District office. And before I talk about just a couple of the cost sharing programs, I just want to let you know we do more than just provide funding. We're actually technical services, consultative services is kind of our bread and butter. Anything from erosion control, water development, those kind of things. Sometimes we think of erosion control as only something needed on a large farm. We've mentioned high tunnels a couple times. You can get a lot of runoff from those, and erosion can be a concern even on a small operation. So even if you're not interested in just a funding program of some kind, we do provide those technical and consultative services for you. But to talk just about a couple of the cost sharing programs that we have that might be able to help you to get your system set up. First is probably the flagship program that we have is the Environmental Quality Incentives Program. And it is a voluntary program, it's a competitive program. And there are some here that can tell you that have applied that have not been able to get in yet, but that is a program that is available. It can help you do some of the things that I talked about before, that we can provide consultation on, erosion control. If there's things you need to control erosion on your operation, the EQIP program may be able to help you do that. Grazing operations is a big one. I know Nancy, where's Nancy going? Nancy back here in the corner had a water system to help get the animals out into the pasture so they can be out in the pasture more to better utilize the grasses there. And Nancy would certainly be able to tell you about going to the local farm market. And so EQIP is one of those programs that can help you get set up to do some of those things. Somebody else mentioned high tunnels. This past year was the first year that we've been able to fund high tunnels. And back in December, when that first came out, I had no idea what a high tunnel was. I'm thinking, well, why have we started doing railroad projects in the mountains? No idea what a high tunnel greenhouse was, but now I know. But again, the Environmental Quality Incentives Program is probably our main program that can help you do some of those things and get set up. Another program, if you're a top-notch, if you're an excellent producer that may just need a few things to help you along, is the Conservation Stewardship Program. Conservation Stewardship Program is a program to help you adopt enhancements on your farm. One of the things that I noticed today when I was getting some things ready, even just to be able to help you set up as a local food producer, you're willing to convert or move your operation towards not only selling your products locally, but to even getting some of your input products locally. That's a program that can help you do that. Another example of some of the things that that program can do is help you set up a system where you could use cover crops to help you reduce your nitrogen needs. So, again, those are just a couple programs that are available. There are several programs. I brought a card. I have to leave early, but I'm going to pick on a couple that they did. Paul and Elliot are back here. Raise your hand. They're my colleagues, Morrow County, Delaware County, so they'll be available to hopefully answer some questions about some of those programs if you might have them. I do have to leave early. But again, there's several other programs, and we are here local, and so if you have an interest in any of those programs, I encourage you to call the office, and we'll either sit down in the office or visit you at your farm and